All right, welcome back. We are in a new weekly session here. I'm very excited to run through. This week, my goal is to show you how to use and leverage the Dippidi Dropz program. I am your host here, Austin St. Jean, co founder of Dippidi. Um, very excited for each of you members in here to be able to learn this because it is something that is so valuable within your membership that you may not be taking advantage of. So I'm going to run through what Dippity Dropz is in detail, and I'm going to show you step by step exactly how you would take this, rebrand it, and leverage it each week, so that way you can start generating leads on Facebook and Instagram, leveraging a lead magnet. You get a new lead magnet each and every month in your real estate lead system membership. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to run through the classroom, and then we're going to actually go inside of Meta Ads Manager, and we're going to build out this campaign as well, all within this hour, just to show you one. This shouldn't take you an hour each week. We're going to go through it painstakingly slow, so that way you get every step. And once you catch rhythm, you should be able to knock this out in like 15 to 30 minutes a week, where you or sorry, a month, because you're going to get a new monthly ebook. So you can build your new campaign each and every month in 15 to 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to share my screen. And when you're in the community in your school, you're going to go into classroom. Right here in the second block is the Dippity Drops, and it's the monthly ad campaigns and ebooks. So if I open this up, you can see here, one, there's a video to be able to learn how to create the lead generation campaign using an ebook in Facebook Ads Manager. So you'll be able to watch this video right here to go through it step by step. But we're also going to do it today just so that way you have both options. The other thing you might need to learn is how to create a brand kit in Canva. So I'll show you exactly how to do that as well today. And then every month we give you a new ebook that is available with a Canva template. You'll be able to open that Canva template, customize the branding with your name, logo, contact info, photos, etc., and export it as a PDF that you can then use and upload in a Facebook lead form. So when somebody fills out their information on that lead form, you can capture the lead, pour it into your CRM, and then they can get that PDF guide that we're about to build. We also give you the ad copy that you can use to, have headlines and primary text, and we give you the ad creative as well. This will be for news feeds and story templates, so that way you can have it optimized for different sizes on the platform. There is a step-by-step on instructions on how to create all this, and we give you this each month. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to treat it just like I would right in this moment if I were to find out that the new May 2026 drops just came out for me. So we're going to go in here in April. I'm going to scroll down to this template link. I'm going to hit open, scroll down, and view template. If you have Canva Pro, it'll go ahead and open up in the editor. If you don't have Canva Pro, it's okay. You can open it up as well. You just may have to alter some of the objects. So first thing we're going to do is pretty simple. We're going to go into brand over here. And if you don't have your brand already built, you're going to come into here and you're going to create a new brand kit. You'll name that brand kit and hit create. And when you do, it'll give you all of this right here. I'm under my brand kit, Real Broker LLC. You can upload logos. So if I hit edit, I can add more logos and upload more. I can add my color themes. These are really cool. You'll want to do this. So you come into here, edit your color palettes. You'll get your hex codes. A lot of your brokerages may offer this already for you to have these codes. They're the little 6 digits that you see the hashtag next to, and you can just add them in right here by pasting them below and hitting enter. And then you'll be able to save your logos. Fonts, same thing. You can open up, what do you want your title? This is the Real Broker title. The subtitle is that font. The heading is this font. So your brokerage will likely provide all that for you already. And then that way you can update the fonts as well. Your photos, I plug in headshots. You may want to use them throughout this if you want to do some personal branding, or you can upload like past listings. that may look good instead of this stock image here. So you can always make that change as well. Once you have your brand kit done, we can actually come over here, close it out, scroll up to this first page, and I'm basically on page 1. I'm gonna hit brand. I'm gonna come to colors and shuffle my color palette. That's all I had to do. And look, it takes the brand colors and it shuffles it around. So I can find what I like. And I think I like this one with that kind of sea foam kind of color behind it. And I'll come down to the next page and just scroll and hit shuffle again. It already recognizes I like that sea foam and it gave it to me. Look at that. Scroll down, shuffle, scroll down, shuffle, shuffle again, and conclusion page. All right. So look, just like that, rebranded color wise. Now, if you want to take it a step further, which we'll go ahead and do, make this really branded, you can come over to your fonts and you can change these fonts. So this is a title. I know that that's Telegraph. I know that this is Enter. So I could change this. I'm going to go ahead and just do all the Telegraph ones right now. Telegraph. I'll make that Poppins. Chapters. In conclusion, I'll make this Telegraph. I'm gonna make these little ones right here, the enter. These ones I'll make Poppins because I know that that's another font of ours. This one I'll make enter. I'm just gonna do all the chapters now. Make that a little bit smaller. Now, one thing you may want to do is swap out your logo. So we'll come over to logos, bring in a logo here, make it smaller. Probably gonna put this in the space up here in the top. If I zoom in, which if you're on a Mac, I hit Command minus and Command plus to zoom in and out. If you don't know those command keys, you can actually come down here in Canva and just simply drag it in and out like this. And you can move it around. I like that there. That's fine. Shoot, just to have fun with it, I don't like that there's no shadow, so I'm going to hit edit. And I can actually come over here. I can give it a little drop shadow. So now you can see it popping off the page a little bit. I think that looks good. Awesome. This is looking great. It's a branded ebook. And then we may want to change the font here. So a lot of the templates we create, they're not like call to action heavy in terms of having your, contact info and whatnot in it. But honestly, this last page is a great place to have an offer. So what I would do is I would come up to chat. I'm going to straight up tell it this. Say, I need to rewrite this conclusion of my lead magnet ebook. So it has a CTA to contact me, Austin St. Jean, as their Lakeland real estate expert. If they need help, and I think this ebook is about selling, selling their home for maximum value as quickly as possible. My, if you want to put your website is, and my phone number and email. I'm not even put email. My phone number is 863-450-1864. They can call or text if they need help or schedule a call online on my website. Here is the current verbiage. Please update. So I'm just going to come into here, scroll down to this. Obviously, I don't even want it to say conclusion. I want to change that headline too. We'll see what it does. All right, let's see what it spits out. Love it. That's good. Instead of conclusion, give a headline for the CTA there. I like that. Sell smarter, sell faster, sell for more. I know it's going to be too big, so we're going to make it smaller. I think that's good. We'll bring it up a hair. And now I know we need to go get this section. Paste it in here. We're going to need to make that smaller as well. And that's a little long, so I'm going to say make this shorter. Oh, not these, but we need to make this shorter. Apologies. That was just a little too small a font for me. So now this looks better. Let's move me over here. If you want, you can make that a little bit smaller there like that. Just give us some more room on the bottom. And we could even make this go to the right. And we could say, sell smarter, sell for more. And then we'll just put this center, bring it up, make it a little bit bigger. Like that. And then check this out. We can even bring ourselves in here because I have those headshots. So I like this photo. I'm going to go to the background remover. It's going to scan it and remove the background. And then I'm going to place myself. We could do something like this. Make that a little smaller here. All right. And if you don't like how that's aligned, we could go like this. I actually like that. Make it a tad smaller. We'll say color text Austin St. Jean at this. Sell for more, sell smarter, sell for more. Make that like that. Perfect. Bring that up. Awesome. I think this looks good. This is a great little call to action at the end. We have our ebook. So now I'm going to come up to share. I'm going to download this as a PDF standard, and it's going to be all 10 pages and download. Obviously, we did a lot more customization here than you typically would have to do each week. It's completely up to you. You could technically come in here, take all this copy and localize it and say, like, I'm an agent in Lakeland, Florida. Make sure that this copy speaks to that, and then replace all of it with more localized content if you'd like. So we're just giving you a good shell to work off of, but technically you could just come in here and rebrand it and then start building out this campaign. So now that we have our PDF, I already put it on the desktop to use. We're going to come into Ads Manager here, and we're going to create a campaign. We're going to create one for leads because we're going to use an instant form to capture the lead. We're going to call this drops. We'll go Dippidi Dropz, and we'll call it, and actually to make it easier, you can have a Dippidi Dropz campaign, ebook, leads. And then you can each month build and add the new campaign underneath here. So one, you could keep all of the ebooks running if they're um, like evergreen, not necessarily time sensitive. So that way you have options of what people can download, or you can shut it off each month and build it up that way. So completely up to you how you want to go about it. I'm going to build this to be like $10 a day campaign budget. So when we generate leads here, we are going to just add all of our ebooks each month under one ad set. So that way we can have multiple lead magnets flowing in one campaign, all on a daily ad spend of $10. I got to come in, select my housing category, make sure you're in USA. We're going to call this Advantage Plus Audience. So it's going to be a little bit more of a broad. We're going to do instant forms as our conversion location on this page. Number of leads is what we're trying to get. We don't need a catalog. We're all good here. Start time is fine. I have no end date. Locations. I'm going to be doing this in Lakeland. So I'm going to select Lakeland, Florida. My minimum I can do is 15 miles. So I'll leave it at that. Advantage Plus audience will will automatically show ads most likely to people who are going to respond, but we'll show ads matching your suggestion as well, or other audiences likely to enhance it. So in this scenario, you can add a couple here. One, we could add like our custom audiences. So we may add our website retargeting. We might want to get back in front of them. Our engagement on our socials, our video retargeting in our CRM database. We may also want to get in front of people who are, this is home sellers. So we may want to get in front of people with home improvement, renovation, home repair, home equity line of credit. This would indicate they have homes. Cash out refi, refinancing. This should be homeowners. So we'll get some of those suggestions to the audience. And again, it may take some of these, it may not even use them. It's going to do what it can to get in front of the right person based upon the content we already have. The ebook title, the copy, the captions, the landing page, everything. So our placements we're going to leave as is. We're just going to hit next here. So we're going to do your ad creative. And we give you one ad creative uh, with different variations for this. So first thing we'll need to do is build our lead form. Easiest way to do it is if you created one already, you can create one from scratch, or you can hit duplicate. We're not going to do SMS verification. We will. Just so we know every lead that comes in has an accurate phone number. And we're going to come up to the form type and start building this out. So I'll say April or April Dippidi Dropz lead form. Or we'll go drops lead form April 2026. You're going to have to make a new lead form each month because the deliverable will be different when somebody signs up. So we want higher intent. We want to require the leads to verify their phone number. So we'll hit next here. The headline can be the headline of this. So the ultimate guide. I think that's perfect. Paste that right there. Say download this ebook to learn how to we'll take that right there. It's actually a caption, so it's perfect. Discover the ultimate strategies for selling. It's Brian, all inclusive guide. Don't miss out on the maximized potential. Know your real estate success. I think that's great. Questions. So in this scenario, we have name, email, phone number. We don't have any additional questions. You can ask additional questions if you'd like. You want to make sure we go down to the privacy policy. You'll get this from your website. Usually, like in our scenario, if I were to come on our website, go to the bottom here, I have our privacy policy. A lot of your website providers will already give you one of these that you could then paste into here and say view privacy policy. Review screen. So this kind of shows us what we're looking at. If we hit next, this is the ending. So you would want to change this headline. Watch the webinar by clicking the button below. I'll say grab your ebook by clicking the button below. You now have access to instantly view this seller's guide, home seller's guide. And then instead of go to website, you're going to hit view file and you can add files here. So if I were to add a file, we have our PDF. So it's larger than 10 megs. We need a smaller file. So we can either go into Canva or we could do like an image compressor. Let's see if this will work. PDF compressor free. Upload. Done. PDF, download. Let's see. I think this will be a free one. It wants us to sign up. So let's just go into Canva. We're going to go to projects. We're going to open the one that we already did. I think this is it. Let's double check. Yep, that's it. We're going to go to share, download, PDF standard. We want this to be smaller so we can compress the PDF. Let's see if this is a good size. We'll replace the one we have. Come into Ads Manager. There we go. There we go. So now people are being able to grab that, and then we can change the call to action button here. Open the ebook, or you could say view the ebook. Now we'll hit publish. That just made our ebook form. If you want, you can follow up with the leads and chat with the leads from an instant form. So basically, what this says is after a lead submits your instant form and agrees to receive messages from your business, a chat that includes their contact information will start on Messenger or Instagram. So you can immediately generate a lead and then try to see if you can start a message with them on Messenger. That is an option you have. I'm not going to turn that on, leave it off, but we're going to have to set up our ad creative. Now, we have not edited that yet. So if I scroll down here, I can go to my ad creative templates. I can open the newsfeed one. This is super easy. Open an editor. We got a couple options here. It says new blog post. I would just actually make that my logo. So I'll take that out. And I'm going to come into here with our brand. We're going to come over to the color palette, change it to what we want. Oh, I skipped the one I wanted. Actually, I'm going to change this one to see if we get a little bit of difference results based on it. Obviously, these fonts are not correct, so I'm going to change these fonts. Telegraph, and this is going to be enter. This is going to be telegraph and enter. Let me make sure that's small enough. Make that a little bit smaller. Turn that up a hair. And then we need our logo. So I'm going to slap a logo on here. And then we could even include a headshot if you wanted to do some personal branding. So let's say we did. Background remover. That's a frame, so it's trying to put me in that frame. I don't even think we need that here. So let's just take her out. Perfect. All right, we'll download these ad images. We can come back in. We can do our stories version. So this is cool because we do make them video for you. So if you wanted, you can actually like make animations out of these. What I'm going to do right here is take that off because we're going to make these the logos. We need to change our fonts. And we need to come into our brand, change our color palette like that one. There we go. And we need to add our logo. So if we come over to logos, bring it in, make it a little bit smaller. And we'll center this. Scroll down. We're going to need to paste that in. I'm going to put this one in the bottom right. There we go. Save these. All right, so we have two zips here. One zip is our newsfeed one, and the other zip is our stories one. So I just went ahead and put those on the desktop and open them up. We're all good there. I'm going to delete these out. So I'm going to set up our ad creative. It's an image. Upload. So we have both these squares we can upload in here. And then we also have both, which you can see them pull in. And we have our stories. First thing I'll do is pull this in. You can see here, it pulled in the vertical. We don't want the original. We actually want to replace this with the one that we have. And this one you can leave as original. All right, so we need our primary text here. This is where we're going to go back into the classroom. Scroll down. Apologize. Scroll up, and you have your options here. This is your primary text. You can actually space this out however you want. Sometimes it's cool just to take just that. It's just a quick call to action. Make it your copy. And then we need to take option 2 here. Put this in. Let's try this too. Now we need some headline options, which we have 2 right here. And then you can even kind of break these up if you want to get unique with it and have a couple other options. There you go. And you can have download, hit next. We're going to turn off the enhancements here. Uh, you can leave add-on animation. It'll give it a shot if it gets better results. And add-on music, you can do the same thing here. So that's what we have turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And so we have our ads created over here on the right. You can see what the stories one would look like. And if you want, you can add that second variation in here by going to add creative one. I'm actually going to, instead of this being add creative one, I'm going to name this April number 1. And then we'll have April number 2. We'll duplicate. And we're just going to swap out the ad creative graphics. Everything else is going to be the same. So we'll come into here. Oh, edit group, change. This is going to be number 2. Save. The stories, we need to edit this, change the second version of the stories here. And then we need to change this Facebook results one to this one. All right, now we have created our campaign. Everything is done for Dippity Drops for you to be able to basically have a new branded ebook with 2 variations, uh, each month. And so you would come in once May comes out, same concept, come in here, duplicate, and do it. This obviously took me about 45 minutes to go through, but if I wasn't teaching it, it'd be a lot quicker, right? So you should be able to accomplish this, I would say anywhere, depending on how detailed you want to go with your ebooks, in 15 to 30 minutes each month. It's a monthly task to build out a new lead magnet ebook campaign and just add to it. So basically, what I would do now is when May comes around, I'll right click and duplicate, and it'll build it all under this campaign for the May one. And you can keep April running and have May running, June, July, August. Eventually, you have all these different lead magnets that are floating out there. Just make sure you update your lead form so that way it has the correct file once somebody fills it out. That should give you a ton of different lead magnets, 12 each month ongoing, and you can have 50 ads in one ad set. So you can keep doing this for quite some time. And then obviously you can manage your campaign to see which ebook is getting the best cost per lead, cost per result, which one's converting the highest as I generate those leads in my CRM, which ones am I able to actually convert into deals. Then you can actually double down on what's working and generate more leads, generate more prospects, and ultimately get more sellers out of these ebooks. So I hope this week's training was helpful. I do want the opportunity for you to be able to ask any questions. So, what you can do is one, you can message me inside of school. If you have any questions on this, I'd love to help out. Two, drop a post inside of the discussion within the community, and I will make sure to answer that extremely quickly for you. Obviously, this is founder operated, and we pour a lot of time and effort into each and every week and each and every day for each of you members. So we want you to get maximum value out of the community, so that way you can learn to become self-sufficient marketers. If you ever need help implementing or creating a campaign and want us to do it with you, be sure to go into the classroom. There is a private one-on-one marketing coaching. It is a la carte. It is a $300 hour session, and we will be able to go in and really help build anything you want, whether it's, help implementing these Dippity drops on more of a private session, or maybe you want to build a Google search campaign or a webinar campaign or a recruiting campaign, whatever it may be. You can accomplish that with us, helping you step by step in private one-on-one training sessions. Or if you're interested in us managing it completely for you, you can also schedule a call with us, so that way we can go ahead and dive deeper into a strategy and a plan that we could help you accomplish. I hope this is helpful. I will see you next week for another training. See you all then.